Imagine waking up one day and realizing something has shifted. Friends stop responding. People seem distant. Conversations quiet down when you walk into the room. No one tells you what's happening. But something feels different. At first, it's subtle. A delayed response, a short conversation, a strange look that lingers a little too long. You start to wonder if you're imagining things. But then it happens again, and again. For some people, this experience follows what psychologists sometimes describe as a smear campaign, a form of reputational harm that unfolds quietly, through conversations rather than confrontation. It often doesn't begin with accusations. It begins with concern. I'm worried about them. They haven't seemed like themselves lately. I don't want to say too much, but... These kinds of statements don't sound aggressive. They sound protective, thoughtful even, but they can shape perception. Because once a seed is planted, people begin to interpret behavior differently. Silence becomes suspicious. Stress becomes instability. Normal frustration becomes evidence. Over time, the narrative grows. And sometimes, it spreads through what psychologists call triangulation, when information moves indirectly through multiple people, shaping opinions without direct communication. One conversation becomes two becomes five becomes a shared perception. No one person may be trying to harm you directly, but the collective effect can still be powerful. This is where the experience becomes difficult to explain, because there's rarely a single event, no obvious confrontation, no clear moment when everything changed, just distance. And for the person experiencing it, the effect can feel widespread. Multiple people act differently. Social spaces feel uncomfortable. Opportunities seem to disappear. It can create the feeling that something coordinated is happening. Some people describe this experience as gang stalking, not necessarily organized surveillance, but a sense that multiple individuals have formed negative perceptions at the same time. Researchers who study relational aggression and reputational harm have documented similar patterns in workplaces, families, and social groups. Unlike direct conflict, reputational harm is often quiet. There are no loud arguments, no clear accusations, just a shift in how people see you. And perception can change everything. Once someone is labeled, even subtly, people often interpret behavior through that label. A quiet day becomes withdrawal. A disagreement becomes volatility. Defensiveness becomes guilt. Over time, the person experiencing this may begin to feel isolated, confused, and unsure how things changed so quickly. What makes these situations especially difficult is that they often leave very little evidence. No direct confrontation, no clear statements, just conversations happening somewhere else. And sometimes the battlefield isn't visible. It's made of whispers, assumptions, and shifting perception. Because reputations don't always change loudly. Sometimes they change quietly. And when they do, the experience can feel confusing, isolating, and deeply human. Not because everything is coordinated, but because perception itself can reshape reality.